everybody. Hello, welcome. So good to be here with you all. Okay, wonderful. I'm just checking all my settings as I get set up. Please get set up in your space as well. All you need today is a chair, something to sit on, which you're likely already prepared for that since this is our desk boardroom yoga class. My name is Amy Baack, and I'm here with Gumi Group to give you a really nice 30-minute stretch session here in your chair. All right, wonderful. It looks like we're ready to go. Please apologize, my empty room. I just moved, so we'll get some books up on there eventually. But for now, we'll just welcome in this moment of stillness here. So you can sit in any position that feels good, just getting any kind of chair. But I'd like to have you sit forward so you can set your feet down onto the ground. Yeah, and then once you're there, feel your sit bones in your chair. Make sure you're firmly rooted. And I'll invite you to rest your hands on your legs. You can also set them on the arms of your chairs or in your lap, wherever is comfortable. And we'll start by taking a moment to close our eyes and really get settled as we start to take a break from all of the work and the busyness of your day in order to slow down and to stretch, to breathe and become more mindful. So right here, just noticing, how are you feeling today? How does your body feel? Noticing everything that feels really good in your body, all the areas where you feel expansive. And then also being mindful of all the spaces that are maybe giving you some tension, some tightness, some feedback in the body. Notice those spaces. We'll give them a little extra love and attention today. Good. And we'll just start to take our last couple of deep breaths here. And then I want to invite you to set an intention for our time together. So remind yourself how you want to feel. When we're all done with this half hour, maybe you just want to feel more relaxed. Maybe it's the other end of the spectrum and you want to feel more energized. Maybe there's something specific you want to find relief from, to feel free and expansive. Maybe you'd like to feel more gratitude or be more focused or present through the rest of your day. So let's set an intention, a reason why, for why you're here. With that intention in mind, bring your hands to heart center with your palms touching. Let's take a really big inhale in through your nose, nice and deep, all the way down to the lowest part of your belly. Take an open mouth exhale, letting that go. Finding that relief. Go ahead, and then go ahead and open up your eyes. Nice. We're going to start with some gentle neck stretches. First, tilting your head down, tucking your chin, and then exhale. We're going to look up towards the sky. Good. So we inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, looking up. Let's go a couple more times. Nice. And then coming back through center, take it side to side, over to the right and over to the left. Notice how you're sitting here. We want our shoulders stacked right over the hips. We're still anchored down through the feet, making contact with the floor beneath you. Good. Take one more. Coming back through center, start to roll your shoulders here, up, back, and around. Nice big circles. Welcoming in all those little crunchies, especially if you're a side sleeper like me. Let's go the other way, up and forward. Loosening up here through those shoulders. Nice. Reach your arms up overhead. We're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, press your palms away. Let's take that 2 more times. So we breathe in, we fill up. Feeling expansive. Exhale. Nice. Let's go 2 more times. Letting it go. Exhale. Nice. Let's take that into a side bend. Both arms reach up. Take your left hand down. You can hold on to your chair if you'd like. You can also take it just to your leg. You're going to reach up and over. Side reach here. Maybe turn to look underneath your arm. Bringing it back through center. Breathe in. Let's go the other way, up and over. Good. Inhale back through center. 1 more each side. Exhale. Good. Back through center. Maybe go a little further last time. And we reach both arms up. Take a gentle twist. We're going to look over our right shoulder. I might be mirrored for you, I'm not sure, but just turn whichever way you'd like. You're looking over that shoulder. I like to hold on to the back of the chair, other hand to my knee, but you can also rest both hands on the side of the chair or on your leg, wherever feels good. So really sit up tall. Feel that twist more from your core rather than your neck, and we're sitting up and breathing into the side body. Here in that twist. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, unwind. Nice. Take both arms up. Let's take that twist the opposite direction, up and over. Good. Again, nice deep breaths. You want to feel the ribs expanding to the side here. We're creating more space by twisting and then breathing. Also giving a good rinse for the internal organs. Let's take both arms back up. Exhale. Hands release. Interlace your fingers. We're going to flip your palms forward, round into your upper back. Good. And then I like to find a side to side movement here. So taking the hands over to one direction and then the other. You're going to feel that nice stretch between the shoulder blades and at the base. And then release. We're going to take a cat and cow. So inhale, this time your heart pulls forward as you look up. As you exhale, chin tucks, and you're going to round your spine. So now moving the whole spine. We inhale, arch. Exhale, push and round. If you want to add some other movements here, please be my guest. You can take your hips or your ribs side to side, maybe draw some circles. Really any movements that feel good. Please feel free to explore. And we'll take that a couple more times. Add 1 more. Exhaling. Nice. Come on back through center. And then we're going to tilt our left ear down towards the left shoulder. We're stretching out the right side of the neck. You could stay right here, maybe taking a hand lightly onto your head. Take a deep breath. If you want more, you can extend your arm out. Good. And we're being really gentle here. With our necks, we tend to want to force the stretch, but you're actually going to respond and feel a lot better and feel a lot looser if you simply back off a little bit and try to breathe and settle into the pose. From here, tilt your head down. So we're going to look now past the shoulder, down at the floor, tucking your chin slightly. This takes the stretch now more into the back of the neck. And again, really slow breaths here. Slowly we'll release. Come on back through center. I always like to find a shoulder roll just to reset. Good. Let's try the other side. So we'll tilt right ear towards the right shoulder. You're stretching out the left side of the neck. Nice slow breaths here, maybe closing your eyes. And perhaps that left hand floats on top of your head. We're not pulling down, it's just there's a little extra weight. And maybe the other arm out to the side. And you can explore the position of that arm, taking it forward, back. Notice how all of that will change how you experience the stretch. So you want to play around and see where you feel it the most. And then tilting your head down now to look past the shoulder, tucking your chin, finding that rotation. Breathe into the back of the neck. Good. And we'll slowly come back through center. Nice. Take a couple of those shoulder rolls. Some gentle movement through the head. Anything that feels good here. Take a second here to explore that. Nice. Well done. Okay, from here, you're going to stretch a little bit into the hips and legs. So taking your right foot, cross that right ankle over the left knee. And then if you want more, you're going to use your right hand here to slightly press your knee down. See if you can see me a little better. Yeah, just like that. Exactly. Now, if this is too intense, you can always cross it more at your ankle and just rotate the knee out towards the side if it's a little too hard to bring that ankle up on top of your thigh. Yeah. And then if you want more, if you happen to have a desk in front of you, you can hold on to that desk and find a slight hinge. I want you to try to breathe here, especially if you feel it all tense. We're opening up the hips, the outer hips. Nice. Slow breaths here, especially if you feel a lot of sensation. It's perfectly normal, but breathing into that space. Good. And then carefully release that leg. Now we're going to take that into a seated hamstring stretch. So we'll straighten out that right leg. I like to flex the foot. You can hold on to your chair if you need. You can also take your hands all the way down to the ground. If you have a table or a chair in front of you, you can hinge forward onto that. So I might show you here from the side, holding onto this myself for balance. We're just folding forward over that right leg. Try to get your leg as straight as you can get it. Does not need to go all the way straight. Good, and then we'll roll ourselves up. Well done. Switching to the other side, we'll start with first that figure four. So we'll flex the left foot. Again, that left ankle crosses over your knee. And maybe you're staying right here. Maybe you're starting to fold forward. Maybe you use your left hand a bit to press that knee down and away from you. Super important to breathe, especially where you feel the most sensation, which for me right here is the hips. So we're breathing into that space, inviting it to open up. Good. Especially if you spend a lot of time sitting, it's normal to feel tight in the hips. The more I can encourage you to stand, the better. Don't worry, we'll finish with a few standing stretches as well. But throughout your day, try to take mindful breaks, even if that's just getting up, going to grab another cup of coffee. See if you can take a little longer route to walk to that coffee machine. Can you take a moment to stand by a window and just look outside, remembering to look at the trees, to embrace the sunlight? All of these things have profound effects on our health and our mental clarity. Okay, and then we'll take that into our hamstring stretch. I'll turn this way again. So that left leg is going as straight as you can get it, flexing your foot here. We'll start to walk our hands down. Maybe you're on the floor. That takes a good amount of flexibility. So I recommend just holding on to something, try to really flex that foot. If you can see here, mine's really flexed. Toes are going towards the knee, towards you. And you're pushing through your heel, feeling the stretch through the back of the left leg, through the hamstrings. And they connect all the way down the leg from the heel, essentially up to the base of the glutes. That whole line is what we're stretching out here. And getting the calves as well. Nice. Slowly make your way back up. Beautiful. You're going to come up to stand. And then I want you to stand behind your chair now. We're going to take a forward fold. So hands really light on your chair. Try not to pull down. Yeah. And then you fold here at the hips, letting your spine be long. And you can relax your head. Try to have a bend of your knees, especially if you're tight. Feel free to bend those knees as much as you need. And focus on stretching out your spine. You can think of this kind of like a standing downward facing dog. So you push away, reach your hips back. And then I like to find a side to side sway, a little easier if you've got a swivel chair like me, but you can do it also on any surface, leaning over towards the right and over to the left. Breathing into the back body. Nice. Slowly walk yourself up to stand. Beautiful. Let's take an inhale. Reach your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, we're going to take our forward fold. Hands to your chair and let yourself hang. Good. Take an inhale. Bend your knees. As you exhale, straighten those legs. Good. Let's go 2 more times with a bend. And straighten. 1 more time. As you straighten your legs, release your arms, come all the way back up to stand, reaching up. Exhale, hands together to your heart. Let's take a variation of that, our little sun salutation on the chair. As you exhale, fold hands to your chair. If you want to go all the way down, hands to the ground, full forward fold. Please be my guest. Maybe shake your head out a little bit if you're doing that. Take an inhale, bend your knees. As you exhale, straighten, come all the way back up. Inhaling, arms reach. As you exhale, hands come to your heart. 1 more time. Inhale to extend. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, one last time, arms reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands together to your heart. Well done. Let's come back to sit. Okay, I'll just move my chair over slightly here. Coming back to sit, we're now going to give a little extra attention to your feet. So from here, I want you to release your right foot, just start to draw some circles. Yeah, maybe point, flex through your foot. You got it. Go ahead and we're breathing, we're sitting up tall. Yeah, go ahead and switch out your legs, right foot down. Draw some circles through that left foot. Sometimes just spreading your toes can make a big difference. Yeah, if you want to take off your shoes, if you're at home, please be my guest. Just be mindful if you're at work. Good. We'll set both feet down. Now taking that same attention to your wrists, we're going to start to draw some circles here. Yeah. If you type a lot, just working at a desk or at a computer a lot can start to really create a lot of tension in the wrists. I had a ganglion cyst at one point when I was typing a ton right after college in my first corporate job. And I definitely should have used some of these stretches. I didn't know them back then, but I'm happy to be able to share them with you now. Good. Rolling it out. Make sure you switch directions if you haven't already. I'm kind of going back and forth here a little bit. Yeah, just rotating full degree. Nice. Let's start to shake it out. Yeah, so you're going to take your hands side to side, letting go of that tension. Try to let your hands be as limp as possible. It's going to feel a little weird, but it's so good for the wrists. Yeah, shake it. And then up and down, we'll flap our wings. Again, it might feel a little funny, but this one is so good. Let your hands relax. Little chicken wings here. Good, we're gonna go for 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Okay, go ahead and stretch one arm forward. Your fingers are gonna point down to the ground. If you want more stretch, you're gently pulling back on your fingers. Try to think about this line here. Through the arm, you're pushing through the heel forward. Yeah, go and shake that out and switch. Other hand rotates down, your fingers point down, and then you can just gently pull back. Doesn't have to be very much tension, very much resistance here with that pull. In fact, very little. Actually, I feel a stretch already. Ooh, I should be doing these more often. I'm sure you feel that as well. Go ahead and release. I'm gonna go the other way now. Right hand, fingers point down, do a little pull back. Good. And release, left hand, fingers pull back. This one should feel a little easier, and it's more for the top now of that wrist and forearm. Good. Now go ahead and release. All right, back to some shoulder rolls, up, around, and down. And take it the other way, reverse directions. Good. From here, we're going to take a shoulder stretch. Your right hand, take a little pat on your back and bring your elbow in by your side. Now you could stay right here, or you can take your left hand to your elbow and you're going to gently pull back. As always, when we're helping ourselves stretch, we want to be as kind as possible. It's not a big pullback. And you want to kind of press your head into the arm behind you. What I see the most is people kind of collapsing in, right? So instead, see if you can sit up tall without arching your back. So your ribs are still in and down, and you're pulling back against that. Good. Take just a couple more breaths here. And then release. Ooh, good. Give that a little roll out. And we'll switch sides. Left hand takes a pat on the back. Hug your elbow in. You're sitting up tall, belly button in, and we're pulling back with the left, pulling back on that left elbow now. And again, your head is pressing back into the arm behind you. So we're relieving the tension in the neck and taking it into the shoulders. And everything here is connected, so it's normal to feel it as well at the tops of the shoulders. And slowly release. Nice. Again, give it a good roll. Maybe shake out your head. Yeah. And we'll finish up with eagle pose, eagle arms. First thing I want you to do is just give yourself a big hug here. Yeah. And we're going to grab our hands for the opposite shoulders. So you can see that, right? This might actually be enough of a stretch. Try to hug yourself here so your right elbow is on top of that left. Yeah. And then see if you can kind of crawl your arms further. You should start to feel a stretch through the back body. Okay, right between the shoulder blades. Maybe you stay there, or for eagle arms, you're going to start to wrap your hands. So we want to try to get our hands to touch. It's going to look like this. If you're stuck here, you can't get your hands to touch, go back to your hug and work on that. And then try to relax your shoulders. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and then lift your elbows up. Yeah, now this might be enough. If you want more, your hands start to go away from you and you're feeling that stretch again between the shoulder blades, the upper back. You can also lift your elbows up higher to increase that stretch. So find that sweet spot for you. Good, and then carefully release. Ooh, good work. Give that a little shake out. It's one of my favorites. Kind of our grand finale here. We'll hit it on the other side. So again, first start with your hug. Your left elbow should be on top of the right this time. Yeah, and then maybe you're just working here. Let's pause here for a moment. Also appreciating how good it feels to wrap your arms around yourself, to feel that self hug, that embrace from yourself, to remember that you've got your own back. And then if you want to go into our eagle arms, we start to wrap the forearms around. We're sitting up tall. Our elbows are lifting up. And then maybe start to press your hands away from you. Maybe lift your elbows up higher, right until you feel a good sensation, but not to the point where we're holding our breath. We definitely want to keep a slow, deep, open breath. Keep it flowing, keep breathing. And then release. Well done. Give that a couple of rolls. Okay, you made it. Our final thing is a breathing exercise. So we're on our last exercise for before we have to say goodbye here. So I'm going to have you take your hands on your ribs, on the sides of your body, and notice here as you're breathing where your breath is naturally falling. So most of us tend to breathe pretty shallow, more up in our chest. So if you feel your breath here, I want you to start to lower it all the way down to the lower part of your belly. And it's easy to breathe into the front of your belly. It can sometimes be trickier to breathe here into the sides. So as you breathe in, see if you can send your breath to the right and left sides of your ribs into your hands. Try to keep your neck, the tops of your shoulders relaxed, though. Don't use those muscles. Let the lower part of the ribs expand and then gently fold in. Taking these deep diaphragmatic breaths with your diaphragm. It's a tongue twister, but it's so beneficial to help you slow down, to relieve stress, and to come back to a state of focus and calm. So whenever you start to feel yourself kind of spiraling, getting really stressed, feeling overwhelmed, I want you to try to come back and do this exercise right here. Just breathe. Breathing in a more mindful, intentional way. Maybe close your eyes here. Take your last few deep breaths. Let's take your last deep breath in together, biggest one of your day. Let's take a really big inhale. Open mouth exhale. Letting your arms release. Let's bring our hands to heart center, bowing the head, close your eyes. Thank yourself for taking this time, for being here today, for giving back to your body, slowing down and finding intentional movement. Also making that commitment to check in with yourself as you go throughout your day. Remember, you can always come back to these stretches. You can always come back to your breath. Let's finish by taking one final really big inhale, biggest one of your day, in through the nose. Let's hold it at the top, maybe fill up with even more air. And then again, open mouth, exhale, let that go. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And again, my name is Amy. I'm here with Gumi, and I teach all sorts of fitness and yoga and meditation. So I'm sure I'll be seeing you again soon. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you and take care.